So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is the Ryan here.
And welcome once again, guys, back to another video based on the Five Nights at Freddy's World game, which is upcoming. And wow, the most recent update on the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Steam page has told us a lot about the game. And also some interesting things about what's been happening with Scott Cawthon himself.
Yes, Scott has finally given us a release date for FNaF World, which is February the 19th.
Yes, guys, and that will actually be on a Friday. And it's just nice now to have an actual release date for this game because it's been in development for a couple of months now. And wow, you know, if Scott's actually thinking that the game is ready to be released, then that kind of says a lot really about the progress and how close he really is to having it finished.
Yeah, definitely. He could have got it done a lot sooner, but obviously he says in this update that his computer that he made Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to 4 on has actually died.
Yes, guys, so Scott did definitely back up the data for FNaF World. So none of the data was actually lost, but of course, you know, installing programs and things like that, it can take a couple of days to actually get everything working how you want it. So that may have slowed development time down, but still, February 19th is not far away at all.
Yeah, Scott has actually had quite a while to develop this game. Obviously, he's been working on this since the end of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, so that's roughly about, well, 3 or 4 months, which is probably a record for Scott, in honesty. Yeah. So it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it because, you know, another thing, if Scott's nearly done with this game, you've got to think about the fact of the IndieDB teaser images we've been seeing because, you know, they've been developing, so it makes you think that the last slot that maybe we saw were possibly from the finished game and maybe the overall HUD design that's going to be actually included in the game.
Yeah, definitely. That could be a possibility, yeah.
So it's very interesting, guys, and, you know, there's going to be a lot more news coming in regards to FNaF World because at the end of this email, Scott also says, stay tuned for more updates, which, you know, when Scott leaves us on a cliffhanger like that, that probably means we're going to be getting a lot more teaser images on the website because he does also acknowledge the fact that he hasn't been posting as often to them. So maybe he's wanted to, but just because of, you know, life and the fact his old machine died, he's not been able to.
Yeah, hopefully he actually sticks to this release date now.
Yeah.
We know Scott's obviously pulled the trigger a bit early on these games, but it'll be cool to actually stick to a release date this time just to build up the hype a bit more.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, because, you know, sometimes when a game releases a little bit early, I don't think people expect it. So rather than causing the hype of a release date, it kind of causes a mass panic amongst people who want to play this game. And, you know, it can sometimes get a bit hectic, but I think having a release date and keeping it to February 19th will allow people to really build their hypes up for that day, and it'll just make that day even more special, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But moving on to the absolute bigger news right now, Scott has actually announced that he's had a new addition to the family, a baby boy. So congratulations, Scott. We hope that your little bundle of joy will live a happy life.
Absolutely. So congratulations, Scott. It is an amazing achievement. I really can imagine to actually have another addition to the family, and I'm sure it's an awesome time for Scott right now. And you know, something that actually really struck home with this message as well is how dedicated Scott is still to FNaF World and just to us as a community, because as you can see in the last part, he actually says that he is typing this message from the hospital now, as a matter of fact, which that's incredible, man. I mean, you know, he's been having all of this crazy things going on, and even amongst that, he's still wanting to update us guys with just the news and really what's been going on in terms of the game, so we can keep our kind of hype going, and you know, we don't hear nothing from Scott for too long.
Yeah, I think we've grown to be like the community's grown to be as a second family to Scott almost, and like obviously he wants us to keep in touch with his personal life as well, and you know, keep us in contact with what's going on in his life, just because obviously the community's done so much for him and he's done so much for us, so it's a pretty cool thing in honesty.
It's absolutely awesome, and it's just amazing, you know, like everything that's been going on, and now with the release date and all this stuff going on for Scott, hopefully he handles it well, you know, doesn't succumb to the stress, because I can imagine how terrified it probably is right now, but we think it'll go nice and smooth, and we now have a release date for everyone to get excited for.
Yeah, definitely.
So there we have it, guys. That was once again an update in terms of how FNaF World is looking now, and also a look into Scott's personal life and how awesome things must be going for him right now. Guys, also be sure to drop Scott a wish and comment down below to let him know, because it's friggin' awesome, and that's about it, guys.
Congratulations, Scott, and if you guys did enjoy this video, why not leave a like rating down below, and also why not subscribe to catch up to date with the newest information on FNaF World.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. We of course hope you did enjoy, and we will of course see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us? Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future. And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?